Good evening to you. Donald Trump's medical team has said he's doing very well as they gave an update on his health a short time ago outside the hospital where he's being treated for COVID-19. Dr. Sean Conley said the president was not on oxygen or having difficulty breathing and was in good spirits and indeed walking around. The White House described his admission to the Walter Reed Military Medical Facility as a precautionary measure. Our Washington correspondent Nomia Iqbal has the latest.
It's 1 month exactly to Election Day, and President Trump, expected to be on the campaign trail, instead woke up in hospital. Earlier, his physician gave an update from the Walter Reed Medical Center.
It's important to note the president's been fever-free for over 24 hours. We remain cautiously optimistic, but he's doing great. With that, one other note, it should be clear that he's got plenty of work to get done from the Chief of Staff, and he's doing it.
Last night he left for the hospital unaided, but there was none of his usual bluster and show for the media, and unusually for the president, he was wearing a mask. The White House is trying to project business as usual. Mr. Trump is not transferring powers to the Vice President, Mike Pence, and he's in charge. And he attempted to calm jittery nerves with a message before he left.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.
He can't have visitors inside, but it didn't stop his supporters from turning up outside the gates. His political rival, Democratic candidate Joe Biden, is on the campaign trail, here in the swing state of Michigan. But he's been careful not to be seen as exploiting the president's illness.
Good afternoon.
Delivering a message of American unity.
Sending my prayers for the health and safety of the First Lady and President of the United States after they tested positive for COVID-19. My wife Jill and I prayed that they'll make a quick and full recovery. This is not a matter of politics. It's a bracing reminder to all of us that we have to take this virus seriously.
It's been more than 24 hours since President Trump announced his and the First Lady's results. And more of those close to Mr. Trump have tested positive for COVID-19. His campaign manager, Bill Stepien, his former senior advisor, Kellyanne Conway, and several Republican senators. They were all present at what may turn out to have been a super spreader event, the announcement of the Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett last Saturday in the Rose Garden. The Democrats are now calling for her hearings to be postponed. President Trump's been criticised for his cavalier attitude towards the virus, which has killed more than 200,000 Americans and infected more than 7 million. In recent history, no presidential candidate has come down with an illness this close to an election. Millions of voters have already casted their ballots, where the incumbent has been infected with a potentially deadly disease. For a president who didn't want the virus to be the centre of the 2020 campaign, he now finds himself at the heart of it.
There's some confusion tonight about the president's condition. His doctor said he tested positive 72 hours ago, but Mr. Trump only let the public know about 36 hours ago. So that raises some major questions about the deadline. He also said that he wasn't on oxygen now, but it's not clear if he ever was. The White House wants to show that President Trump is in control, that this may not be the White House, but he is running the country. And he is treating, he's got 2 experimental treatments. How he responds to those treatments over the next week will be crucial in determining the course of this election.
Thanks, Nomia. Well, let's just pick up